We're live on air from New York City. I just need to stream this video in the hallway. Okay, almost there. And I believe that's it. It is now streaming. So we have the bass back on the bench. Here it is. I try to find a nut, a blank that is, the right size for this. I can't find one. This seems to be a wider. It requires a wider nut than fenders and squires, I guess, for whatever reason, slightly wider. So we're gonna have to make a nut from a blank. Well, I've never done that before either, so it's a good time to learn. So this is a repair vise right here. Okay. I should put my switcher on the phone. It's going to make things easier. So that's a repair vise. This is the nut blank. It's a piece of bone. This is the original one. So we need to make a blank that's about this size initially. Put it in, then, cut it. We are going to start by taking a measurement. A measurement of the original nut. Before we take a measurement, we need to make sure. I did clean up the glue that was on the two sides. So now with the nut cleaned up, I want to make sure that it's not too loose. So when I take a measurement, I want it to be right. It is just a little bit wiggly, so I'm just going to make it slightly larger than that, and that should do the trick. So I'll just take the original nut and basically expand the measurement a little bit. By how much? Good question. I do need to make it slightly oversized anyway initially, and then sand it down to the right size. So when I take the measurement, I will basically add a shim. I'm just trying to decide on the thickness. Just trying to use my best judgment here. I don't want to make it too oversized because then there's more sanding. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. What I have here is a feeler gauge. I'll just place it like that. And then take a measurement. Just like that. So about 4 millimeters, a little bit more. Doesn't have to be exact. Lock it. That's our measurement. Now it's locked. Okay. And now I'll just take this blank and pick the best side. It's bone, so it's an inconsistent material. Yeah. By the way, I did already line it up like this, so I got enough height. That's how I'll do it. So I just scratch it. Okay, and now I scratch the other side as well. Oops. I'm going to use a jeweler's saw to cut it, which I have right here. I want to make sure that it kind of fits into that groove. Not quite yet, so I just need to score it a little deeper. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And the other side, let me check. Needs to be a little deeper. I overheard outside they were mentioning the guitar repair because this is streaming in the hallway, so I have a dynamic microphone, so you only hear my voice. You didn't hear the conversation, but yeah, they were talking about it. So this is a new live streaming approach to doing guitar repair work. Full transparency. Yeah, so I gotta make sure I don't, damage people's guitars, because I can't hide it like I used to, like everybody else does. No, every repair tech will occasionally damage a guitar. It happens. So I have a full disclosure policy. If something happens, I discuss it with the customer. And then we take it from there. Happens rarely, but it can happen, especially if you do high-risk procedures. It can happen. All right, so let me check this. Yeah, it's not very deep. It's bone. So we're gonna have to cut through this. I can also, where's my 0.3 millimeter? Oh, I think it's here. I do reorganize my work area every now and then because I want to improve everything in the shop, but then I forget where I put things. No, here it is. Okay. Okay, so I want to just so I can initially see where this thing is. Okay. That should do it. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to be using the repair vise to hold the workpiece as I'm cutting through. You know what, I'll keep this measurement like this just in case I need it. I also wonder if I can mount it in a way that I can use something as a guide. That's going to guide the saw. Yeah, this is a live streaming, right? So I don't have everything prepared. You know, this is how it is. This is what it takes. That's how we all work. If I was recording a video for the main channel, which needs to be like edited later, I would have everything ready. But this live stream will just get archived. I will never go through any trouble of editing it. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to work. I actually think this might work. So we're doing a full fabrication of the nut from scratch. I wish I could just hire someone to do at least half the work for me. I tried. It's hard to find people. It's hard to find good doctors. They all come out of med school with great grades, but yeah. Okay, I think that will work. So this will guide the saw blade, and this will hold it in place. Let's check. Yeah, I think that works. So once I cut it a little bit deeper, I can remove this guide. Also, normally when I work, I don't need to worry about camera angles. Okay. Not bad. I can remove this now. This is going to take a minute. This saw cuts through brass and bone. That's basically what I use it for. Sometimes I might make a brass nut, but usually I just use it. If I do a brass nut, I cut just the ends with it. I make a brass nut on a milling machine at the other shop. I have a fabrication shop in Brooklyn. In my basement. So sometimes people ask questions like, can't you just cut a piece of bone? Well, the answer is yes, and I am just cutting a piece of bone. But it takes a minute. So now I want to make sure that it lines up with the other line on the other side. I think I'm going to flip it and start cutting from the other side as well. In fact, I did mean to do that, yeah. So I just want to go a little deeper on this side. Yeah, I think I can flip it around like that. I was thinking of possibly cutting the blank on my milling machine, but I don't have a live streaming setup in my fabrication shop, so I decided to just do it by hand. The old way. Interestingly, a bone nut is kind of repairable. You can use dental composites to, like dental fillings, to repair bone. It actually makes it even harder than bone then. Okay. Yeah. We have a established band rehearsing here, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, rehearsing for their, I believe they're rehearsing for their Christmas show. They come every year. Yeah, this is moving like this, so at some point I won't be able to continue holding it like that because it's gonna fracture the bone. I usually do this kind of thing right there on the windowsill. So. I also have a large vise right there. I might use that for added weight. All right. I don't understand what's not switching now. So here I have this. It seems like it's not switching, that the switcher is not switching. Why not? Technical problems. Let's see. It's trying to switch. What's happening and why? Okay, let me check. Okay, is it going to switch? It's trying to switch and it's not switching. How about microscope view? Nothing. How about cut? I think I need to restart my switcher and then continue. And if I restart, it's going to stop the live stream. So, how about this? Not doing it. All right, something's wrong. I have a technical issue that I need to deal with. Unless I push the button. I just got a text message. Let me check. That has nothing to do with the switcher, but well, I would show you the text message because it's interesting, but I can't switch cameras now. So I need to, I think I need to stop streaming, restart the switcher, and see what that does. Should we do that? Or should I just restart the switcher and see what happens? Oh, it's gonna, no. All right, I'm ending it here. Let's see what happens.